everyone and welcome back to my videos. So last week I talked about the history of the clock, right? And you already know that the clock is a kind of a machine or a thing that helps us keep track of time. And clock is everywhere in this world, in our phone, like on the wall, in the company, on my room. Yes, everywhere, right? But have you ever asked yourself that the history of time? So yes, let's go straight into this topic. So today I'm gonna talk about the history of time, but not just about the history of time. I'm going to answer the three questions: that why are there 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, and the second is why is there 24 hours in a day? Well, yes, and the third and the last the question I'm going to answer is why is there 7 days in a week? So yep, let's go straight into this video and not wait any longer. Let's go straight in. As you can see on the screen, I'm gonna talk about the history of time. Yes, I just said before. So number one, why there are 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute? As we are similar to the decimal system, and wait a little bit there. If you don't really understand what this decimal system is, a decimal system means that we count it by 10, and we count it by 10 by our fingers. Like each of our hand have 5 fingers, and two hands are 10 fingers, right? That's pretty easy to know. And this kind of system is understood that our ancestor counted this way because we have 10 fingers. That is easy to understand. But the Babylonian didn't think that way. And maybe you don't understand why I'm bringing up the Babylonian right now. Actually, I'm bringing up the Babylonian because, well, everything that counted in the 60, like 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, is actually the Babylonian came up with that. And they have a reason for that though. And the other Babylonian thing is kind of like 300 degrees in a circle, or maybe 365 days in a year. That is just only some examples. Now let's go back. So the Babylonians didn't think that way, but instead they counted using the sexagesimal system. Sorry, I kind of like forgot how it's spelled. So yeah. But anyway, here is the decimal system. Like I said before, the decimal system is counted by 10 by our fingers of our two hands. So yes, you can see that. But the sexagesimal system is a bit different. As you can see in the picture, the sexagesimal system did not count by the fingers, but they count by the joint of the fingers. And this is a counting finger. Maybe you saw and it didn't have a color, and you may think that why is this don't have a color? Like, why is it left out? It left out because it's a counting finger, and how they count means that the thumb count like this. It points into the joint of each finger to count. So yes. So as you can see, each finger on this hand has 3 joints. Well, except for this one, it has 4 fingers, and each finger has 3 joints, means that they have 12 joints. But on this hand, on the other hand, the fingers are counted by 5. Like, it didn't count it by their joints, but it counted like a whole finger, including the thumb. So 12 times 5 equals 60, and that is how they counted. So that is how it came up with the number 60. Yeah. So this is come from the Babylonians, and then came the ancient Egyptian. So in 1967, the atomic clock was created that defined a second into. Okay, this is a little bit hard to say though. 9,692,631,770 oscillations of a cesium, mean that like 133 atom. That is, and the reason I'm saying this is because this is what they counted a second. Yes, this is what they counted a second. Well, maybe you think that the second is literally the smallest time, like the time between we counted like 1 is 1 second. But how do we know the exact second in the whole wide world? And because we how the people and the mind of the genius and have a question to themselves that why and how is the second divided? So they created the atomic clock. And last week I was about to say the atomic clock, but I don't have any time, so I'm going to talk about this video. I'm just only saying a little bit of that. Yeah. Okay. So this measurement means that the people from the different places on Earth can know exactly what time it is, thanks to the atomic clock. Yes. Okay, now it's number 2. Why are there 24 hours in a day? So in ancient Egyptian devised a system that divided a day into 24 hours. Yes, and they have a clock. It's ancient Egyptian clock. And yes, this is kind of look like the sundial, and it actually is a sundial though, to be honest. So as you can see on the picture, it is divided into each part. Half of it is divided into 12 parts. Like, and then in the day is 10 hours is day, like a noon, and 1 hour is dawn and 1 hour is twilight, and the other 12 hours is at night. That's pretty easy to know. But there is a little bit different in the different season. Like in the summer, the day took longer. The day is longer and the night is shorter than usual, as you can see on the picture. But in winter, is different. Is opposite. The day is shorter, but the night is kind of like the same, not really shorter or longer, but you know what I mean. In the summer, it's longer, and summer is longer, and in the winter is shorter in the day. So they measure the hours using the sundial. Yes, I said before, they are based on the sundial. As you can see, this is the same picture I took in the last video I make about the history of a clock, and it is kind of like a clock. Well, it is a clock. Sometimes I just don't remember what it's saying. So anyway, the Greek astronomer Hipparchus adopted the Egyptian 24-hour system. Yep, they adopted the 20, and it reached Rome and spread like wildfire through their empire. So yes, they adopt, and that person is actually Rome or something. They adopted the 24-hour system of Egyptian, so they could bring to their empire, and it spread like wildfire. It's kind of like famous though, kind of like that. So the Roman called the 12 hours a day intermeridium is AM. Now I know why they called it. The day is AM and the night is PM. So yes, and 12 hours at night is post-meridium PM. Yes, it's like P. It's just like, now I just know why. When I was a kid, I don't know why they use AM and PM. It was just really confusing. But now I know, and now you know. So number 3, and the last question I'm going to answer today is, why are there 7 days in a week? Yep, time. And yet again, thanks to the Babylonians, based on their month of 28 days, and observed it took the moon's orbit. Like they based on the moon orbit, so they could know each month their month is 28 days. It's kind of like remind me of February, because only February is the only month have 28 days, or sometimes 29. But 28, unfortunately, isn't divisible by the number 6. Is their favorite number somehow. So they are divided into 4 7-day weeks. It means that there are 4 weeks and each week have 7 days. So that is 6 weekdays and 1 holy days. And I don't know why they just call the holy days. They just call that. Okay? Okay. Do you know that the number 7 is correspond with the 7 observable heavenly body? In order is the Sun, the Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. And the Babylonians put them in order. Yes, the Babylonians put them in order from the fastest to the slowest moving in the solar system, kind of like that. So the Babylonians' days, but they counted the days of the week, soon became famous and spread around the world. So yes, it spread around the world, and that is now from today our week is 7 days in a week. Yes, kind of like that. So after it became famous, some of the country sorry about that. Some of the country decided to rename it, and most of them, like the Roman, renamed it as, kind of like some of the country rename it as the god, or they or name it someone like a hero or a god to remember them. And after a few times, they have then come with these names, and these are the names. This is actually the modern English name now, but a few years back the names are ridiculously. Sometimes they kind of like a name of the gods, like Thor or Frigi or whatever. I don't know how to say a spell, but yes. And after renamed it, and these are the names that we use today: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm feeling I'm literally reading something out loud. Whatever. So that is the end of the video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. Yes, thank you all for watching. So I just wanted to say something. I will say something at the end of the video, but yes, you understand me very much. So thanks to the ancient time, like the Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Romans, like just the ancient time, we now have 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 12 months in a year, 365 days in a year. And okay, I'm really talkative, so I talk a lot. So yeah, thanks to them and also me, I answer all this questionable question in this video, and I hope you guys understand it. If you like it, give a thumbs up from me. Thank you. So, and also I have a little fun fact for you guys that from the Babylonians. Like in the start of the video, I said about the 360 degree in circles, 365 days in a year, and like 60 seconds and 60 minutes. Yes, I said about that before. Okay. So like I said before, I have a little fun fact to talk about you. So all the thing I said before is actually Babylonian, something Babylonian, and I just learned this phrase from a video I just saw. I'm just only saying it. So every time we measure something, a circle, we are doing something Babylonian. So every time we looking at a second, the hour, we're doing something something Babylonians. So yeah, every time we took out the time, we were doing something Babylonians. So yes, that is a really interesting fact I just want to share with you guys. So once again, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for next week's video. So bye bye.